We're going to get this started now. Live chat is turned on. Okay. You did the day. Commit, don't quit live stream. Today we're calling with one look. Anyways, I just wanted to say thanks for coming. Adventures with Connor. Hi, how are you? It's good to see you. I did say yesterday I wasn't going to be live today, but there's a reason. I wasn't going to be probably live Friday, and I said that's fine. I wasn't going to be back till Tuesday, but something happened yesterday, and I thought, once we had a few people on, we'd talk about it. Just totally respectful, not coming down on anybody, but we'll just have to talk about it on the stream and stuff like that, just because I think it's good to talk about, because it's not just my stream, but your stream, anybody's live stream that they do. I think it's advisable what not the rules and regulations, but the guidelines, the community guidelines and stuff, what we should talk about. So anyways, that's what I am going to bring it up. I'm not going to talk about anybody specific in any way. I just want to let it be known that, what's going on. Desmond's daughters, hey, adverts everywhere. I'm sorry, Dave, I apologize. It's good to see you, Dave. Thanks very much for coming. I appreciate it. Michelle Varico, how you doing, Michelle? It's good to see you. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming. I really do appreciate it. Hugo Aerodrone UK. Not UK. Hugo Aerodrone 4K. Hello, everybody. Hi, Hugo. How are you? It's good to see you. Thank you very much for coming. It's great to have everybody here, and I did say yesterday, I know Dave and probably Connor, they may know that I said I wasn't coming on today, but I just, what? I wanted to talk to everybody, see everybody, and I just wanted to bring it up, just let people know what's going on and stuff like that, just to advise, when you're on somebody's stream, maybe it's a good idea just to watch what you're putting down, because it doesn't help them, but also it doesn't help you either. So nobody in here right now, I promise, but I'm just I think one person knows what I'm talking about, but I will talk about it after it, but I'm not going to make it all about this, I promise. Desmond's daughters know if I get the hours, I will be monetizing as well. Dave, like I said, let's put it this way, I think unless I had tons of stuff, it's not going to make a big, but you know what? If you do, you might as well, Dave, because there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. And honestly, I'll tell you, getting the videos, that'll help. But the live, I'll tell you, you have way more than I do. So, way more than I do. But physically, the only way I was going to get the hours was to go live. To be honest, that's exactly what it was for me. The videos help. And I like the videos. That's really what I wanted to start with and do anyways. But the live really does help. It really does. I somebody might tell you different. Not you, Dave, but just anybody. But if they have videos that are like going, like huge, that's that's something different. But like regular videos and stuff like that with whatever 100, 200, whatever views, that's great. But the live, it's just the length of time than everybody being on. That's where the hours come from. At least for me, that's what it was. Doesn't mean for you or for you or you, but that's what it was for me. That's the honest truth for myself. That's it. Michelle Farico, I'm just chilling in bed. Michelle, that's nice. That's nice. Adventures with Connor says, Michelle, I'm from JCTV. That's right. Adventures with Connor is Connor. Ken from JCTV and Susie from JCTV. Connor is from, he's Ken and Susie's son. Connor and Jonah, they're the two sons of Ken and Susie. But Connor has his own channel called Adventures with Connor. And you know what? He's got a wonderful channel. Desmond Saunders. Oh, I understand, Dave. But I'll just say that's only way. That's exactly. That's why I was going. Not the only reason I was going live. That's why I was going with the lives and stuff like that. Because you have 12 months to get those hours and stuff like that. And I was in 8 months, so it didn't take that long. But it took enough. That's the reason for when you see sporadic lives. For a bit, it was just one day, and then for a tiny bit, there was some for a little bit. But that's all it was. Sorry, in the middle. Hi, how you doing? I don't want to miss anybody. I really do thank you for coming. I really do. How are you? I'm good. It's nice to see everybody. I appreciate it. Oh, good, Dave. Desmond Stoner says, I'll have the camera now and lighting sorted, so just need to work out how to go live. Oh, that's no worries. But I'm glad the camera's all fixed or up, and that issue for you, Dave's good. Because you know what, I'll tell you, my issue was, you know what it was. It was the mic the whole time, and that's the reason I went to OBS like this. Because I just bypassed the problem I was having by doing it that way. But if I just go straight live, I have a technical issue with the mic. I don't know if it's something with one of the ports or what it is, but that's the reason for OBS. Also, it lets me do all this and stuff like that. But that is the main reason for it and stuff like that. Happy Lux, hey, how are you? It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Good. I'm good. It's nice to see you. Happy Lux, this month you have again 2 gigabytes of data on your phone. Yes, well, actually, Happy Lux, I will, but my month actually doesn't start the first of the month. It starts, we started our data plan on the 20th of whatever month it was years ago. So our month goes from whatever the 20th to the next 20th. So our month doesn't end right now. We're still on that 2 gigabyte plan from last month. It ends the 19th or the 20th of this month. So the 20th of this month, we start fresh, and then the 2 gigabytes. So I still have to wait almost 3 weeks, just under 3 weeks. But that's okay. Joe and I thought, maybe we'll go live on Friday when we're taking the drive. But we don't know if it's going to rain. If it's going to rain in the car, it's okay. But if it's raining, it's kind of miserable and stuff like that. So it's not the funnest time. So she thought, she said, I know you wanted to go today, so just go today, just in case we didn't get out on Friday, like when we're in the car. That's all. Let's see here. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. Michelle says, how's Jojo? Good, Michelle. She's doing good. She's at work. She's got one more day, and then we head out for a long weekend, about 4 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We're going up north to where her family's from. They do a walk. Her brother passed away about just under 4 years ago, and he spent his last days for a while, the last, I think it was 6 or 8 weeks in a hospice up there. And they, not that you want to have to go through this at all, but the way that they treat you with dignity and for himself and for everybody that was going, you couldn't have asked for a nicer bunch of people to treat you like you were at home and to make him feel at home too. So anyways, every first weekend of May, they do the hospice does a walk, and it's for the hospice and to help out with the hospice. That's what it is. Anyways, we go up every May and make it a long weekend, and we get to see your family and stuff like that. So we're going up, and we'll be up there till Monday and then head home, and she has to go back to work Tuesday, so it'll be nice. And she hasn't been up there since September, so it's at about 8 months, I think. So she's really looking forward to it, really looking forward to just to see everybody as well. Desmond's Donners is when you cannot get the browser to connect straight to the camera, now battling with OBS, etc. Understand, Dave. OBS, for me, Dave, the best, there's tons of people with tutorials on it, but for me, I watched Fireman CV. He's the one that helped set up, he did like a Hangouts one night with me, walked through everything, all the setup, because the settings in OBS can be different for everybody's connection. Once you figure out your speeds and stuff, your uploads and download speeds, then you change the settings in OBS, because sometimes if you're running it on such and such frames per second, this kind of stuff, it'll affect the way it streams. And then, anyways, he showed me the settings. For me, that's it worked. We ran a speed test and what it was uploading and stuff, so we set it that way. And then after that, once I got it all set up that way, and the subscribe, the little banner at the top, other things, I don't have everything running right now. Once we got that up, then I started wanting to try video. And the video I found through Green Bay Wacky. There was something I was missing on the video. I couldn't play video, and it just, because big huge files on older computers, the big files don't work. They crash OBS and it just sits there and it lags. But then I found watched his video. There's one small part of the video that I kept watching over. I'm like, that's the part I was looking for. And then I started using smaller video. These are just small, like under 30 megabyte. I imagine you can use a little bit bigger, but if you have an older computer, about 30 megabytes is great for video, as long as it's like about a minute long and it just loops. But if you're gonna have like a long one, like a super jazzed up like gaming computer, that could probably play a movie or your whole video on that for an hour, and you'd be great. But on mine at least, which isn't a brand new computer, this is what we can handle. But gosh, let's see. Drew's Food. Hey Drew, how you doing? It's good to see you. Talking to y'all later. Going to eat lunch. You take care, Michelle. Thanks for dropping in. Boker TV. Good afternoon, everybody. Boker TV's here. It's good to see Eileen. How you doing, Eileen? Vayu, the fam. Jeff, it's good to see you. It's kind of the back burner as we're planning out our longer donors. Oh, that's good, Dave. That is good. I'm glad to hear that. And you know what? I'm not going to ruin your video. Everybody, check out Desmond's Donner's latest video today. It's a good one. I really enjoyed it. It always is, but you know what? It's a great one. So we have a few people, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not pointing. Absolutely nobody here is what I'm talking about. But yesterday, we had a little bit. I didn't find out there was a little bit of a problem till after. This is why I came on today. I want to talk about it, get it off my chest. But it has nothing to do with anybody in the chat right now, I promise. And one gentleman knows what I'm talking about because I talked to him early about it. But and it's not him. I just was talking about the issue that happened yesterday. So after the stream, a little while longer later, I got not a message, but I found out the stream itself wasn't it wasn't friendly towards the people coming on, to our supporters and to our people, to our friends that are coming on. So they advised, not a direct message, but it's kind of advised that you don't do this again, and to let people know about the community guidelines. Like I said, I'm not talking about a single person here. Hey, Ian, how you doing? I'm Macy. It's nice to see you. Like I said, not a single soul here. But anyways, the chat was going great, and then some people, there was just one channel that decided to. I think they thought it was a joke, but they kept mentioning the same thing over and over and over again, about the middle of the chat to the end, and it just kept getting repeated. I noticed it once, then I forgot about it. I thought, oh well, they're gonna drop it. It was just a joke, and I know it was just a joke, but community guidelines, they don't advise like anything that says anything to promote harm towards anybody. Not that they were, but their comments, so be it that they were joking around towards Google or YouTube or anybody else out there. It may come across as not harmful, but what you're saying might be not disrespectful, but it's not something you should be saying, because they don't promote hate. They don't promote no, and so be it. Nobody should promote hate or towards any harm towards anybody. And the person that did say it, I know they didn't mean anything by it. But I had to go back through the chat last night for about an hour, and had to make sure I had to watch the whole thing, because I had to watch for the details where everything was laid out. And they would do it every couple minutes in the chat. They'd post it, and I know they were joking, but I had to remove it, because anything that related to that, because otherwise they're not okay with that, which is understandable. And I didn't think anything of it at the time. I just thought, they're joking around, and I know they were. But I just wanted to say that's why that's one of the reasons I came on. The person's not here. If they do it again, I'll have to talk to them and stuff. I just removed all their comments and stuff. I haven't removed them from the channel or anything like that. I haven't timed them out or anything. I've had to just change a couple things up. So, but they're not in the chat right now. If they do come in, I'm not gonna talk to them about it. All I'm gonna do is, if it comes up again, I'm gonna deal with it right away and talk to them. It doesn't matter if it's live. I'll talk to them live right then and there and tell them exactly what I'm talking about right now. But they're not in here right now. But anyways, I hope everybody understands what I'm talking about. But I'm not talking to anybody here, I promise, okay? Anyways, on to happier things. Thanks for coming, everybody. Adventures with Connor on JCTV might go live tonight. Oh, good, Connor. Good. I'm Macy. I'm a bit down, but I've just ate the best fish and chips I've had in a long time. Oh, I'm sorry that you're a little bit down, Ian, but I'm glad you were able to get some fish and chips in. I Macy says, cheers, Dave. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Ian. I really am. I truly am. And I wasn't, please don't think when I was talking about all that, I wasn't trying to get anybody down in any way, or, and honestly, it has nothing to do with soul that's in here right now. I just wanted to And Dave has just posted something. I could have been construed as harmful towards people, etc., which is against the community guidelines. Dave, that's it exactly. And you know what? I didn't realize when they said it. I thought, what are you saying that for? But I didn't think anything of it. And I probably bypassed it after that. Just thought, oh, well, whatever. I didn't think anything of it. But when I checked back later in my settings, that's when there was a big yellow and a big long message. So then I'm like, I have to get this off the channel right away. And I don't think they would do it again. And I honestly don't think they meant anything by it. But by them saying it over and over again, it could be construed. Since I've removed it, things seem to be that seems to have gone away. But like I said, I don't want anybody thinking, nobody on this channel wouldn't mean anybody any kind of harm or anything like that. But I just want to let everybody know that's what the community guidelines, and they're there for a reason, and that's a good thing. Like I said, not anybody here we're talking about at all. And I'm done with that. That's it, I promise. Eileen says, hey, amazing things around the world. Yes, Eileen. If anybody wants to know, you see the golf thing today. I was looking around on Twitter, and it came up National Golfing Day on Twitter or something. I thought, I'm not going to call it that, but I thought, let's use that as the backdrop video today. So that's all it is. Desmond's daughter says, where did you get the fish and chips, Ian? Yes. Oh, gosh, that sounds delicious right now, doesn't it, Dave? It does. Amazing things from around the world. I do love that name for the channel. I really do. I hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well. And Amazing Things from Around the World says, hello to everyone. How are you all today? Good. I hope, and hope nobody, maybe nobody was even listening. I hope nobody took offense to what I was talking about. I just thought it's best. It probably is best because other people, when they have any issues, it's best to talk about, get it out of the way, and just nip it in the bud, right? Exactly. Yes, Drew said, Drew's Food Reviews, I just made Watch Hour soon, I'll be pretty... Oh, gosh, yes. Drew, I know, I did see that the other day. I think it was on Instagram and that, my friend. So I'm real pleased for you, my friend. I really am. Desmond's on, it's great news, Jeff. What, Dave? What? Let me know the good news, Dave. Ian says, there's a chippy by me that's been in business for 60 years, fresh, not frozen cod, and battered chips, yum. Oh my gosh. Oh, the chips sound delicious. Oh my gosh. I can I put a little bit of gravy on, not gravy, a little bit of vinegar on them, and that would do me. Oh my gosh. I may see tripadvisor.co.uk/restaurant. That must be the restaurant. I'll have to take a look at it after, Ian. I will have to take a look at it after. Amazing things from around the world. Sorry about that. How long does it take to get monetized? My channel has been under review for 2 months. I don't know. I think it just depends. I really honestly don't know. For me, it was about 3 weeks, but it doesn't mean that that's the case. I really don't have a reason for it. I think it just... I think, I don't want to say it's the luck of the draw, but I honestly don't know. I really don't. Because I've heard some people, there was 1 or 2 channels that came in, and they said within a week for them. Others, a couple of weeks, sometimes 6 weeks, 2 months, 3 months. I don't know. And then I've known a few people that were months and months and months, but then they didn't realize they changed something on the channel. It was just something small, and once they changed it, it must have been the algorithm or whatever. I don't know if it just automatically goes through everything all at sporadic times or when it does it, but right after they did that, I think a few days after that or within the week of doing that, it worked out. So, but I don't really have an answer myself. I wish I did, but I don't, unfortunately. Let's see. Dave from Desmond's Daughter says, that's the advantage of Northeast Scotland, fresh haddock and cod not frozen. Bill, how you doing? Nomadic Bike, it's good to see you, my friend. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Balker TV Produce Food Reviews. Good afternoon, brother. What's up? I love it. Dave, I understand. Desmond's Daughter says, great news, getting the stream content sorted. Good, Dave. I'm pleased for you, my friend. Are you headed out this weekend, you and Lindsay, at all, for a Donder at all? Let's see here. Yes, Dave, you're right, and that's I think what we're talking about. Amazing things from around the world. Have you got any unlisted videos? Exactly, and that's I think what Dave's talking about, because one of the gentlemen that did have unlisted videos, I think when he listed all his videos within a day or two, not saying that's all the case, but I did have, I can understand what Dave's saying, and I agree with him, because I had a few. I didn't have a lot, but I had a few. So just before I did set it out for a review, I went in and just made sure any of the ones that were set to private, and the ones that were set to private were ones that I goofed up on and didn't delete, but I was like testing OBS, and I thought nobody really wants to watch that. But I thought, well, and they were like, they had like 18, 20 views. They didn't have a lot. I thought I'd just unlist, set them to private or whatever, just because nobody cared about them anyways. But you know what? I like Dave's saying right now, I think they don't care for anything that's private and stuff like that, or if it's put out just to make sure it's all seen, all viewable, unless it's something, you know, it just needs to be removed completely. But I don't know exactly. Amazing things from around the world says no unlisted videos. Okay, like I said, I wish if I was an expert at this, I'd be able to answer it, but I'm not. But Desmond's Donners, Dave is very good with this. He knows a lot about this information. He says, amazing things from around the world. Check your monetization page. There will be a message on there if there's an issue. Okay, Dave. Okay. Well, there you go. That may help. I don't know. Bill Nomadic Bike says, it has to be your 4,000 watch hours available publicly to get monetized also. Yes. What I found is I made sure for myself, because there was some that after they did go through everything, there was 2 or 3 videos I think they said no for that. They didn't like say there was a problem, but that they don't. They're not. They weren't good videos, and they weren't anything that I thought they would have an issue. But they. So what I did was after the 4,000, I made sure before I like put it in a review, I made sure I had about just under 4,200 hours or 40. I think it was about 4,100 hours. I gave myself about 100, a little over 100 hours extra. Just that way, if there was any problem, they said, hey, those aren't all exactly 4,000. There's an extra 100 and something in there. That way, if there's a problem with a couple, if they want to get rid of them, and that's what I did. But like I said, that doesn't mean anything. That does not mean anything. Dave, Desmond's Donder says, we're off on a 3-day donder heading north to get some fishing in. That's right. I wasn't sure. And I remember you saying go boat fishing, then sent me a message. You know, you didn't know with the weather what was happening. But I understand now completely. And Macy says, see, fishing. Yes. That actually, now, Ian, that sounds fun. That really does. Amazing things from around the world. I'm already under review. I have about 25,000 watch hours and 1,800 subs. Well, now, that, I don't know. Unless it's just because... you know what? I would think that they would just go right towards 4,000. I don't know, but I really don't know, my friend. And you know what? I can keep talking about it, but I don't know myself, and I'm really sorry that I couldn't answer your question on that. Desmond's Donner says, "Try fishing, Ian. I get free bank fishing on a number of locks up north." Let's see here. There's somebody here that. Let me see. Have the same thing. Jack's Guitar Channel. G'day everyone, and Jeff, how you doing? It's good to see you. I'm sorry, mate. You know, when you sent me the message, some of the videos, when I saw the Gary Moore video, that's why I commented on it. You know, I probably did see some of the channels. Sometimes, you know, you have so many channels that you have under your belt here. It's not that you want to forget about some. It's just sometimes after a while, if they don't pop up on your notifications, they could be for me. That's the reason. So please don't take anything of it. But when I saw it, you know, when you commented, I liked your channel, and I love guitar. Ask anybody here. I absolutely love music. It's one of my favorite things. I got 2 favorite. I have about 3 or 4. I have my wife and kids, and then I have music and movies and stuff like that. Those are some of my favorite interests, hobbies, and stuff like that. I can play, but not imagine anything like yourself or something. Just as a hobby for me. But I do enjoy it. I may see. Ian says, "Cool, Dave. Fly fishing's an art." You know what? I've never actually watched anybody fly fish. Hopefully you can hear me here, but I've never actually watched anybody fly fish. You know, I've seen on TV and in the movies and stuff, but here it's not something that you would see unless maybe if you were like way up north or out west or something, or out east. But around here, you're probably not going to see too much fly fishing, but I'd love to see it. I think it'd be something. I think, like you said, it'd be an art, but it'd be something to see. Oh, geez, Jack's Guitar Channel finally got a live stream, even though it's 4:22. Laugh out loud. Yes, I can imagine it's early. We have a fella that's been coming since the beginning. A fella named Big Keg. He's up in not northern, but just he used to be up by Surfers Paradise, but he's in Australia and he's a few hours south now of Surfers. But I couldn't tell you. I can't remember the name, unfortunately. But he used to come. He'd be here every day, but he was, he'd get up, his kittens would get him up, and then he'd have a coffee, sit down and talk to everybody. But yeah, 4:22's early. I do thank you for coming, Jack, but don't ever worry about this in a million years. It's 4 o'clock, I'll tell you, even 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm definitely not awake enough to watch anybody, especially me. I couldn't watch myself at 4 or 6 o'clock in the morning, but I really appreciate it. I really do. Thanks for coming. Much appreciated. Everybody say hi to Jack's Guitar Channel. You know what? I'd met him before, but I came across him last evening for me. I imagine it was the morning or day for him, but it was last evening. He's got a great guitar channel, but yeah, check out Jack's Guitar Channel. He's from Australia as well. Belker TV says, I love this community. You guys are some amazing people. You know what, Belker TV? They certainly are. Yourself, everybody included. Just a nice bunch of people. I really like... I like everybody coming in. We just sit around and talk, and it doesn't have to be about something specific. It could be something about your day, my day, this person, that person's day, whatever they're doing for the day, for the weekend, or maybe something about their channel, or like I was saying, something about the guidelines and somebody's channel or something. Maybe something happened. So, and like I said, we're not like dwelling on it or anything. We're just talking about certain things and just for fun. There's no set guidelines here, other than the YouTube guidelines and stuff. I mean, we all have to follow them, not just myself, yourself, or this person or that person. But anyways, yeah, I'm definitely. Please don't think also that I sit here and talk about stuff like that every day. Like I said, I was just talking about it just became aware of it yesterday. And that's all it is. But I'm pretty sure everybody knows that's all I was talking about. Which is Connor saying hi to Jack Guitar Channel. Jack's Guitar Channel says, all good, Jeff, I deleted my phantoms. Okay, I understand then. Yes, I do understand then. Everybody saying hi to Jack's Guitar Channel. Good. Yes, a waiting game, unfortunately, sometimes. Let's see here. Dave's talking to Jack's Guitar Channel. Sorry, I'm trying to run through the chat today, and it's not that it's, I'm just having a hard time with it. What I'd like to do is get back. You remember months ago when I had the chat embedded on the stream? I'd like to get back to that, but I did an update. We'd formatted the computer when I came back. The settings, I forget what, it's some kind of setting, and it's been so long I forgot. I tried to save the settings, but you have to do some specifically to add it. Like, you can just add it and it can be white, but if I want it black like it is what I'm looking at on my screen right now, and to be embedded and have a few extra features, I have to do something specific, and it seems to work while I'm live. The minute I go off and come back on again, those settings are gone, and you have to reprogram it. So I have to figure what the issue is with that. Dismas Saunders, Dave says, I love fly fishing. I'd like to see it, Dave. Like I said, I've never seen it, so I think it'd be kind of funny. Dismas Saunders laugh a little. Schooly Keg, yes. And Jack's Guitar Channel, that Big Keg, the fella we're talking about, he's a real nice fella from Australia. Now, he, like I said, he used to come all the time, and there's a reason he's not here now. I mean, it's early in the morning too for him, but one of the main reasons for him that he's not on, he's went back to school just recently in the last 3 or 4 weeks, I guess, everybody. So he's busy. So he sleeps, gets to sleep, rest and stuff like that. And he's, I think in the next couple of months he wants to open up his own business. But the business that he wants to run and stuff, I guess he just needs some updating with a few business courses. And so he's went back to school for that. But he's busy. I think he's doing like a year or two course in a short period of time. So he's getting it all crammed in all at once. So I think it's going like this for him. But you know what? I told him, and Joe said, you can do it. He'll do a good job. Yes, Jack's Guitar Channel, Nimbin. No, he's not from Nimbin. My cousin was from Nimbin. What happened was her mother was from Toronto, in Canada, where my family was from. And in the 1950s, she met a fella, I'm pretty sure he was from Melbourne, Alan, and he worked for Honeywell. He was an engineer, and he traveled all throughout the world, and they met here in Canada, and then she went back eventually to Australia, and they got married, and they had 3 kids. And like I said, he traveled all over the place. He'd be in for a couple of years here, there, and there, and there. And then after so many years, then they just located back to Australia, and that's where he was. And then he'd travel once in a while. But once they were here in Canada for a year or two, that they had to come here, and they lived here again for a year or two, and they had 1 child here. And there was a couple years later, they had to move to Massachusetts, outside of Boston. They lived there for a couple years. They had another child there. And then I think years later, I don't know the time frame in which one was born where. And then they had another child back in Australia. But all 3 kids, grew up in Australia. Their whole life was in Australia. They never grew up anywhere else other than being born in those countries. But and eventually, after she probably moved around and stuff. She's a lawyer, and she became a law professor at one of the universities in Nimbin, and she has a family there and stuff, and she always sends pictures back. Every few years she comes back here and sees everybody. And before my dad passed away, about just under 4 years ago, and just before my dad passed away, about a year or two before, she'd been over, so my dad got to see Jennifer, and was super, super excited to see her and stuff and like that. And they could reminisce about old times with families and stuff. But unfortunately, with such a long distance, you don't get to see these people as much as you'd like. But it is good to see everybody when you do. Everybody's saying that they're checking out Jack's Guitar Channel. Good, I'm glad that. Yes. Oh, thanks very much, Jack's Guitar Channel. Thanks. Yes, everybody. I forget to say that. If you like what you see, if you hit the like button, thumbs up, great. And if you do like what you see, and if you subscribe and hit the bell, you get notified for lives and videos, if that makes sense. But I'm sure it does. But anyways, like I always say, there's my used car salesman pitch for the day. I would be a great car salesman, wouldn't I? But if I sold cars, it'd have to be used, that's for sure. But no, thanks again for coming around. Yes, 1,913 amazing things from around the world. I do like that. Trev, how you doing? I just had late dinner, so a little late online, Jeff. Trev, you don't have to explain yourself at all, my friend. It's good to see you. And I said to Dave earlier, I was going to go live. I would just explain a few things that happened yesterday. And that's all the reason I came on. And also to get to see everybody today. Because I won't be on tomorrow and, Friday, most likely not on the trip up. But I won't be back till Tuesday. And like Dave's always joking, saying the addiction's real, going live like this. And I guess it really is. You know what? I said to Joe, I'd like to get the chance to see everybody, talk to everybody again. Today was a good time, so that's why I come on. And I only go live for some days an hour and a half. Today it's about 2:30, so I'll go on for about 25 more minutes. It's 2:30 here. I'll go on to 3 o'clock here, and then everybody can be saying, "Oh, good, he's done." But no, I won't go on forever today. I promise. Willie Parker, hey, no insurance, just some water, And like I said, Willie, I won't talk about certain things on the chat. Sometimes things get construed, unfortunately, and maybe we'll say something, and nobody on the chat right now, but sometimes things get put in the chat that need to be removed. So I just have to watch the community guidelines and stuff for everybody here and for ourselves and stuff. That's all. I'm not talking about you, Willie. I'm just talking out to talk out right now. Let's see here. Oh gosh, amazing things. I'm scrolling back, correction. I have 32,000 watch hours and 1,900 subs, almost 1 million views. Wow, that amazing things from around the world. That is amazing. That is incredible. Maybe they have so much. The system has so much to go through. I don't know. Like I said, I wish I could answer your question, my friend. I really do. Let's see here. I think there's a few more people here. Belker TVC 732. I just hit your red button, Posh Cats Camping. Good. Belker TV, you're a good man. And Trev from Posh Cats Camping, he's a good man. You'll really like him. Poshcats Camping, I love it. It's, I'm feeling good today. Dave, I'm so happy, my friend. I really am. You know what? You're a good man, like we said before. You really are. I'm super happy to hear that. Just watching the live stream. Oh yes, Willie, I realized that, and I wasn't, like I said, my friend, I wasn't talking about you in any way. Just having some water here. That's all. I love it. Bill, Nomadic Bike, please lick that smash button and share the tweet, subscribe, ring the bell. Yeah, I'm not a good salesman, am I, Bill? Bill, I love it. Thanks again, my friend. I really appreciate it. Glad you're feeling better, Dave. Top man. He certainly is, isn't he, Trev? He certainly is. He certainly is. And there's my wife, everybody. Not your average JoJo's here. Hello, everyone. Hope you're all well. I can't see Jeff yet, as I'm 2 minutes. Gosh, Joe, you're funny. Joe, you remember the fella I was telling you last night that I came across? And you know what? I'd already had his channel a long time ago, but I just came across him again. He sent me a message. The guitar channel, Jack's Guitar Channel. He's from Australia. Anyways, he is coming today. But he said, "Oh gosh, it's just about 20 after 4 in the morning." So I said, I really appreciated him coming in, but I understood, that's awful early for him. But I did appreciate him coming in. I was telling him about Big Keg and everything, Joe. Let's see here. And Dave from Desmond's Donder saying hi to Jojo. So Dave has figured out some of the issues, like with the camera and stuff like that, connecting to the computer. And we all said, we're happy about all that for him. Drew's Food Reviews, you would have to be... gosh. Used cars. Yes, Drew. Yes. Hello there, Dave. Long time no see. Yes. Tony, how you doing? Forward. Oh gosh, I love it. I love it. And everybody, when I say I love it, I'm just kidding around, but we always say it for Keg, right? Oh gosh, Drew. Mickey, how you doing? Willie, you don't have to be sorry out. Willie, I'm not talking about you. I absolutely promise I'm not talking about you. Joe will thumbs up to say we're not talking about you, Willie, in any way, my friend. No, not at all. At this point, I don't see a single person. Mickey, how you doing? I don't see a single person that I'm talking about right now. Willie, not at all. And I promise you that. Let's see. Yes. Now your average Jojo says, Desmond's Daughters, I've not watched it yet. I wanted to wait until the chat populated, and then I got busy at work. But I feel like I just have to. Yes, Joe, you're going to have to. I was going to say yes, Joe, my friend, but that's my wife, everybody. Oh, gosh. How you doing, Mickey? I hope you're doing well. I know you're at work, but I hope you are doing well, Mickey. I hope you're doing well. Yes, Mayor Mickey, everybody. Yes, Mayor Mickey. Poshcats Camping Trev says, I've started preparing for a caravan and motorhome club. Oh, wow. Motorhome club rally at the weekend. Car washed and van loaded with clothes, etc. We're meeting another YouTuber this weekend. Vlog will follow. Oh, that's awesome, Trev. I hope you have a good time, my friend. I hope you have a good time. Gemma's Journey Grace. Hey, Gemma, how you doing? I'm not going to... Because, if I talk about Dave and Trev from Desmond's Donders and Poshcats, we'll go to sleep. But did you see that amazing feat, Gemma, the other night? Oh, my gosh. And like I said, I'm not going to ruin it for anybody else that watches it. But that Game of Thrones... Okay, I just put two fellas to sleep. It's like narcolepsy or something. They just fell asleep. But Gemma, it was fantastic. I said to Joe, after watching it, it will go down as my favorite TV show ever and my favorite episode I've ever seen of any television show I've ever watched. The excitement from the beginning to the very end, it didn't stop. It was like a movie, and if you classify it as a TV show, fantastic, one of the best I've ever seen. And as a movie, one of the best movies. If you could classify that as a movie, probably one of the best movies, because it looked like a movie ever to watch in the last, I don't know how many years. But it was fantastic. And I said to Joe, at the ending of it, I know it goes on for 3 more episodes, but the ending, to me, like I said, I'm not ruining everything. They could have ended it right there, but I can't wait to see what happens. But that didn't ruin anything for anybody, right? Just that it was fantastic. Yes, and Dave from Desmond's Donder says, enjoy your rally, Trev. I'm hanging up the gun fishing sign. Oh, gosh, I love it. Oh, gosh. Let me see here. Let's see. I've missed a couple people, and I'm way behind because there's a ton of people in here. Okay, I got to get to that point. Sorry. Willie, how is the weather today? It's 88 in North Carolina. Willie, I don't know actually how the weather is. It's dark and gray and overcast. It's 13 degrees Celsius about 10 minutes ago, so I don't know exactly what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's not bad. It's overcast and gray, Willie. That's all it is. Viewed this, Tony. It's good to see you. Alright, Morbid Frank, how you doing? Greetings, watching, but can't have the volume up right now. Frank, no worries. When I was watching this morning, I dropped Joe off and Ethan off at school, and just after 9, I pulled into, they call it Jiffy Lube. It's a oil place here. They change oil, and I had to get the car changed. The oil changed in the car. I usually change it every 5,000 to 8,000 kilometers, and we're heading up north, which is a good, just about 600 kilometers one way. So when you're going that far and you're going to return, by the time you go there and come back, you're looking at about 1,500 kilometers almost. So that at that point or more, so you want to make sure the oil's changed, cleaned up, everything. Every trip like that, you usually want to make sure it's changed. So anyways, I went in, I sat there for about 20-30 minutes, had the oil changed, so it was kind of nice to come on. It was good to come on. It's good to see everybody. Let's see here. Joe's saying hi to Frank. I may see Ian saying hi to Jojo. This Tony says, hello, my cousin, not your average Jojo. Oh, gosh. And there he is. Big Keg. Ha, ha, ha. Love it, love it, love it. I love it, Keg. Priscilla Nil, how you doing? How are you? It's so good to see you. Priscilla, your video on the siesta, oh, my gosh. You know, it looked beautiful. It looked like so much fun. It really did, Priscilla. Big Keg, there's a fella in... a fella here from Australia. He was here a little while ago. He may be here in the chat. It was 4:22 his time when he came in. So he was just saying, you know, he wanted to say hi to everybody, get to meet everybody. I came across him last night. I guess I'd had his channel a long time ago, but he switched his channel up. But anyways, this fella Cake, he's got a channel called Jack's Guitar Channel. He's from Australia as well, and we were all telling him about Big Keg and stuff. We said, you know what, most likely, you know, you're in school and stuff, so you'll be sleeping because you're busy. But it's everybody's hi to Big Keg. It's good to see you, my friend. It is good to see you, mate. Mayor Mickey, I love it. Willie, I do love it. Hey, Jeff, I'm here. I know you are, Gemma, and it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Big Keg's ears are burning. Gemma, how's the weather out your way? I know it's, you know, at about 7:45 or 20 to 8 or so in the UK. But how's the weather been, Gemma? It's been raining a lot? Is it pretty decent weather? It's been gray and overcast here, but I guess, you know what, it's spring and that here, so you never know what. And Big Keg, there he is. If you go down a couple of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 channels, Keg, there he is, Jack's Guitar Channel. And Jack's Guitar Channel, Jojo, that's my wife. She comes in from work once in a while when she can. But yeah, Keg, Jack's Guitar Channel from Australia. He's a good mate, Big Keg. Jack's Guitar Channel, Big Keg's from Australia as well, and he's a good mate too, a good friend in that. Been friends with him almost since day one. Him and Desmond's daughters, a few people here. Jenny Marsuth, you know what, Jenny, I'm going to say your last name. Marseith or not Marsuth. Jenny, I'm going to say hi, Jenny. It's good to see you. Everybody say hi to Jenny. It's very good to see you. Willie says, okay, the very, very beautiful Jojo, Desmond's daughters. He's sleeping. That's it. What's Joe saying right now? What's going on? Hey, what's happening? Oh, yes. Okay, tell Keg that, yes, we have to make him blue again. Keg, this isn't, everybody will tell you what happened. The reason, you're back to being a moderator, Keg. If you saw that you weren't blue, there was a reason for it. Yesterday, ask Desmond's daughters. The only person that stayed blue were Joe and Marie from the Pritchards. When we started the chat yesterday, there must have been a glitch or something, but nobody's a wrench stayed blue yesterday, and they were removed. I had to actually go in and add the moderators again. So Joe sent me a message. She said, you have to add Keg as a moderator again. I didn't even notice, and that was like yesterday. I didn't notice. But ask everybody, Dave, Trev, Tony, everybody here, Joe. Literally, they all were removed, unfortunately, for some reason. Like I said, there just could have been something going on, but that's the reason I just added you again. So don't take it personally in Podcast Camp. And Trev, listen to this chair. It's creaking like mad. Oh, my gosh. Big King says, I was just about to type something, laugh out loud. Oh, gosh. Trev and Dave are sleeping. I brought up Game of Thrones. No, I need to catch up. Oh, gosh. No worries, Jim. But I promise, I'm not the person that's going to ruin it. I'm just saying that it's absolutely fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic. Priscilla saying hi to Desmond's Donders. Desmond's Donders saying hi to Jenny. Joe's laughing. Big Cake saying hi to Tony at Viewed This. Not Your Average Joe says hi to Priscilla and Nilla. Oh, yeah. Willie, I'm sorry. Now, you heard what happened, Willie. You've just been added again, my friend. It was just because yesterday there was, I think, some kind of glitch, and it removed everybody, and then it didn't just come back. I had to actually go in and re-add, so I just re-added you, and I added Keg, but that's what happened, Willie. It wasn't personal, it just happened. Judy, how you doing? It's good to see you, Judy. Judy Turner, it's good to see you. Yes, Desmond Starner says he has a wrench, but didn't have them yesterday. Exactly. We fixed that, but it was just because what happened. See that, everybody? Jack's Guitar Channel is letting us know. Jack's Guitar Channel says YouTube just had a massive update, Jeff. That is why. It makes sense completely. But you know what? Everybody understood. We all figured there was something going on. And usually that's what it is. It's just like anything. You know, if something happens, you know, it's the internet, right? They have to do updates. They have to do software updates, firmware, everything like that. So everything's good, but understand completely. It's nice to know, Jack. It really is. It really is. Sorry about this chair. I didn't realize how bad it sounds until I watched some of the replay yesterday. Raphael, how you doing, mate? It's good to see you. I gotta correct that again, Raphael. Everything will be back. It'll be blue again. I was just explaining, Raphael. Hello, Jeff. Hello, everybody. It's good to see you, Raphael. Raphael, yesterday, Jack's Guitar Channel was just saying YouTubers doing a massive update, I guess, yesterday, and some of them, pretty much most of the moderators, everything was removed yesterday, so I had to go back in and re-add. So some of the people that I'm just seeing right at this point, I'm just having to re-add Raphael, so I've just re-added it at this point. Oh, Gemma, Journey Grace says, yes, I'll watch in the morning. Thanks for getting me excited. Oh, good, Gemma. And like I said, I'm not the person that would ruin it, because you know what? It's too important what happens. So, and I'm pretty sure you love the show just as much, probably even more than I do, Gemma. But I think it's one of the best shows ever made. I really do. Oh, gosh. Oh, it's the Irish Train King? Irish Train King, stylish, hurry. How you doing? It's great to see everybody. You know what? Anybody, if I haven't said hello to you, don't think it's personal. I did it. Gil Skills was on yesterday, and I didn't know that he was on for what? Everybody, about 10 minutes? Somebody said Bob's name, Gil Skills, Bob from Gil Skills' name. And I apologize. I didn't realize he was even on, but it's just I missed it. So if I don't come across absolutely everybody here, somebody just say, hey, Jeff, you missed such and such, because I may have missed somebody here. Yeah, it is one big family, Belker TV. It certainly is, my friend. Let's see here. Watch Cats Camping says, I'm good, Gemma, thank you. Very tired this morning, but had a nap for lunch and fine now. Oh, good. Trev, good. Southbound, hello, how are you? It's nice to see you. Thank you very much for coming in. Everybody say hi to Southbound. You know what? If let's put it this way. If you like what you see, if you're new to the channel, if you like what you see, you know what? If you like one of the channels, please check them out. What I would suggest, if you like one of the channels, if you're new to the stream, everybody else knows, if you like one of the channels, what I suggest, if you go check them out, please leave them a message on their video, because no way of anybody knowing that you've been to a channel unless they're coming through and checking each channel out directly after the stream. But yes, I advise, this is my own advice, it's always good to leave a message. That way they have the opportunity to come and check your channel out and see if they like it, because if they do, you know, they might become your next big interest or big your next friend on here and that. But I just advise, you know, to leave a message. That way they know that you know, you've been to the channel, so they can check you out as well. Southbound says, I'm good, just relaxing. Good, Southbound, I'm glad. Good. Jack's Guitar Channel says, Judy Channel, you are a chef or just like cooking? Judy Turner is one of the most motivational, inspirational women that I've met on here. Very nice woman, very, very nice. She'll lift you up. She'll, if somebody's having a bad day, go to Judy Turner's channel. She always has inspiration that on her channel, and you know what? She has always a great message to come across for everybody. If you're having a good day or a bad day, and that bad day can be lifted up sometimes by going to Judy's channel and taking a look at some of her videos, because she's a very, very nice woman, and that very nice woman. Let's see here. Jack's Guitar Channel says, I'm asking because I'm a chef by trade, laugh out loud. All right, that's amazing. That is good. Now, Jack's Guitar Channel, my wife will tell you I'm not the greatest cook on earth. I can cook, but I could never prepare something from scratch. If you tell me to do this, I can boil water, I can do this. I can make, a roast, I can do all that kind of fun stuff. But, nothing spectacular out of the ordinary. Somebody else like yourself or somebody that knows what they're doing could, but this fella can just do the basics. But it is always nice to... That's great, Jack's Guitar Channel. I love it. I really do. Poshcats Camp Trev says, Jim, it's all about taking it slow and taking the pressure off. We enjoy your videos. We certainly do, Trev, don't we? We certainly do, everybody. We do. Let's see here. Yes, and Dave from Desmond's Daughter says, Jim, as Journey Grace, your channel is awesome. It is. Let's see here. Okay, there we are. Okay, so, well, gosh, this last almost hours just flew by today. It really has. Well, like I said, I really just want to come on and just to let everybody know. You know what? Yesterday was great, and we just had, they have the community guidelines. YouTube has community guidelines, and sometimes, some people don't realize when they're typing stuff in the chat. Nobody here at this point, but sometimes they type things in, and they sometimes think things are a joke. And a lot of times, if you weren't on here, you might take it as a joke. But since computers do monitor everything, and you never know who's in here and who's watching. Some things might get misconstrued as inappropriate or harmful to others or stuff. So, anyways, one of the channels came in, and they're here all the time. They were on, and they thought they were just joking around, and they were saying a few things, but their comments, they kept repeating the comments over and over and over again, and it would have come across, I found out later in the evening that it could definitely be misconstrued as harmful or hurtful towards somebody, or saying that somebody in the chat is going to hurt somebody. So I just had to spend the next hour last evening going through the chat and removing every single comment they made, because every comment they made went back to that one, and I know they were just joking, but I just had to remove it. And like I said, I'm not timing them out or removing from the program or our channel, because I really like them. Very nice people, but it's just advisable, and I see it on other channels. The channel, like, nobody's yelling at anybody, saying anything, but just advice, like, for community guidelines, that it's best to, we can all joke around, but some comments can be misconstrued as harmful and hurtful, and nobody here wants to do that or make anybody uncomfortable. But I just want everybody to know that nobody on here would to do that. But if some of the moderators were to see stuff, they know that they just remove stuff. And anyways, but that's it. I've said it a couple times today. I didn't want to make it about that, and I'm not making it about that. But I think it's best to put it out there. But like I said, I'm not. There's nobody in the chat right now that I'm talking about. I promise. And anyways, I'm done. That'll be it. And Gemma says, "Hey Desmond, thank you. Appreciate it, my awesome friend. Good. There you go. That's it, Willie. I love it. Did you see my comment? I saw your comment, Willie. I love it. And I'm not talking about you, Willie. I promise. And Southbound says, how's everybody doing today? Yes. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing good. I'm having a good day. Coffee. Water, Keg, water. It's good to see you, Keg. I hope you're doing well. How's school going anyways? How long are you in school for anyways, Keg? How is it, like weeks or months? I don't know exactly the length of time for you, my friend. Renee D. Guitar Suite. Renee, how you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great day, my friend. I hope you are having a great day. You know what? If Renee D. Guitar Suite, Jack's Guitar Channel. If you want good music, check these channels out. You won't be disappointed, everybody. One's Renee D. Guitar Suite from Sweden, and Jack's Guitar Channel is from Australia. You know what? You won't be disappointed, everybody. Bowker TV says, I'm okay. I'm doing okay, brother. Just here at work. Well, you know, hopefully the days goes flying for you. And let's see here. Renee D. Guitar Suite says, beautiful background. Golf gives a special atmosphere. Yeah, and I'm not a golfer in any way. I've played a par 3 once in my life. My dad, he loved golf. I never played a day in my life other than the putt little mini putt golf courses. But you know what? I was looking on Twitter and I was trying to think of a video to put up in the background today. I didn't have a lot of time to do it. I had this from a while ago, from a few weeks ago or a month ago. And on Twitter it says it's National Golfing Day. I thought I'm not going to call the channel that or the stream that today. But why not put a picture of it up? But you know, some people might like it. It's just a view anyway, so that's all it is. And I'm not literally talking about golf all day, but just a view. That's all it is. Let's see here. Desmond's Honors Dave said he's not at school, Jeff. He's chatting up a teacher. Oh gosh, man, I'm gonna have to get a new chair, right? Can you hear the old squeaky here? Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it, Dave and Keg. Oh my gosh, Renee, thanks for the nice words. Oh gosh, Renee, you don't ever have to thank me, my friend. You know what? I guess I can just say great, but that doesn't work. So I'm not the greatest sometimes of putting comments, but you know what? I still like watching, so that, in my opinion, that's the main thing. But it sounded great, Renee. It really did, my friend. Keg says 10 weeks, 4 days in school, and 27 days a week homework. Well, that's not so bad, Keg. That is not so bad. But have you met any ladies there, Keg? Oh gosh. Bucker TV says, hello, Renee. What's up, family? Good. Keg says, shh, Dave. Willie says, watch out that golf ball. Oh my gosh, Willie. Every time I watch this, I think of what's that movie with Chevy Chase? Oh gosh, it's from the early 80s. Why can't I think of it? Oh gosh, somebody help me out. Chevy Chase, movie about golf with the little groundhog. What is that Chevy Chase movie? Can somebody help me out? Somebody help me out with the Chevy Chase movie. Caddyshack. Drew, thanks. I couldn't think of it. I'm like, I could see Ted Knight in it. You remember Ted Knight? Oh my gosh, Ted Knight wasn't as old as you thought, really. You know, he was not as old as you thought. Let's see here. Gophers, yes, Drew. You know what? I should have got it when you said the Gophers up there. Oh gosh. Big K says, I don't kiss and tell. I won't ask any more then, Keg. I will not ask any more, my friend. Willie, Drew, Caddyshack, the best. The best. Raphael, my friend. Oh gosh. Raphael says hi to Big K. Oh gosh. Now, Raphael, Joe wants me to tell you, I know she said it in the chat, but your wife, I'm not going to say it right. It's not Ava. Ava or Iwa. Raphael, your wife and you are so comical. You two are the best. Joe said we found the best couple to watch when they go live. She is absolutely hilarious, Raphael. She's hilarious. She makes a stream with you. She certainly does. Joe says I could watch them like for hours. You do great, Raphael. You're doing a great job with your wife, my friend. Let's see here. Drew's food reviews, freeze varmint. Oh gosh, I can totally see it right now. Can you hear Chevy Chase talking? Whatever happened to that guy? You know, I love Chevy Chase. You remember Fletch Lives? I mean, him on Saturday Night Live. He was hilarious. Then the 90s, he decided to come back. He hadn't made a movie in, remember Three Amigos? Oh my gosh. He hadn't made a movie in years. And his career was on. Then he's decided to do, you remember when Dennis Miller, all those guys in the 90s decided to do talk shows, like after Arsenio and all that. There was there was Dennis Miller. Chevy Chase decided to get in the coin, dropped the coin in. Do you remember Chevy Chase? I still remember that was the worst night on television all time. Chevy Chase comes out, he's got a keyboard, he's standing there, and maybe at the first I thought, is he trying to do a shtick like he did on Saturday Night Live? But he's an older guy at this point. It wasn't coming across, but it was just, I think he got nervous then at that point, and every episode was like, it was going down the tubes, everyone. I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did, but I loved Chevy Chase. He was hilarious. Yes, Trev says, I love John Candy's movies. So did I. You know what, Trev? When that man passed away in the 90s, I thought, when he passed away, I thought, the entertainment world is just going to bypass him. And I don't want to say I was not pleased to see the man pass away, but I was pleased to see how much love they actually had for the man. I remember watching the entertainment shows back then, and you know what? I bet you he couldn't have ever believed the love they showed for him when he did pass away. And it was nice to see, because sometimes these people that you think should get the acknowledgement, it's like their career didn't exist, but they didn't forget John Candy. And Who's Harry Crump? Oh my gosh, some of those movies, Trev, John Candy was the best. And when I think of Spaceballs, does anybody remember Spaceballs? Dark Helmet. Anyways, Trev, Poshcats Campin', John Candy was the absolute best. I love the guy. Adventures with Connor says, I'm back good, Connor. I'm glad to hear that. I am glad to hear that. I've missed a few people here. Okay. Scrap and Crash. Hey, buddy, how you doing? I saw your second video. I think Jojo, if Scrap and Crash, Jojo's my wife. Scrap and Crash just lives about 45 minutes from me, and I didn't know that till one of the times when my daughter was, it was her 16th birthday, we're going live, and we're going through the university, and he says, hey, I'm from just up the road from you. I didn't know Scrap and Crash. It's good to see you, my friend, and I'm pretty sure Joe, my wife, watched your video. I'm pretty sure she did. It's good to see you. Scrap and Crash, say hi to Scrap and Crash, everybody. Macy says, golf's a dedicated game that takes much practice. Oh my gosh, Ian, it would, but I don't think I have the patience. Maybe that's maybe why my dad, he was the most patient man you'd ever meet. But let me see. Give me a second. I'm not going to get in trouble for doing this. This was my dad. This is when this is when my son, Ethan, was just a little fella, and he loved my dad. But, that was my dad in that. Oh, gosh. But he loved golf. Absolutely loved golf. Raphael says thanks. Oh, gosh, Raphael, no worries, my friend, no worries. No worries. Jack's Guitar Channel says, okay, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for chatting subs. I'll catch you up on the channels and have sub. Take a ton. Thanks a ton, Jeff. See you all again soon. Oh, gosh, no worries. Jack, thanks again for coming, my friend. And I'm so sorry that it was so early. But it was good to see it. And you're more than welcome back anytime. And we'll see you again anyways. But thanks again for dropping in, okay? Have a good day. I know it's early for you, but have a good one, my friend. Have a good one. Thanks again. Willie Parker said his son is coaching basketball, Bill Murray. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, Willie, his son is coaching basketball. Is Bill Murray's son coaching basketball? Is that what you're talking about, Willie? That's what happens sometimes in the chat. I miss it. Big Cake says, see you, Jack. Yes. It's great to see everybody here. Let's see here. Drew used the Schwartz Lone Star. Oh my gosh. Can you see him? Can you see Rick Moranis? Dark Helmet. What are you doing? Are you playing with dolls? No, I'm not playing with dolls. Oh my gosh. That is the best. And then, oh my gosh, John Candy's character. That is, oh my gosh. I think Jeffrey Tambor is in that. It's, Mel Blanc is at his finest. I love Blazing Saddles, but I loved, not Mel Blanc, Mel Brooks. What's wrong with me? Mel Blanc was the voice of the cartoons like Bugs Bunny and all that, but Mel Brooks. Oh my gosh, Blazing Saddles. Does anybody remember Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor? Do you remember Stir Crazy and stuff like that? I loved that movie. I loved it. Bucker TV. Okay, cool, Raphael. All is well on my side. Good. And Scrap and Crash is asking, "What's up, Big Keg?" Yeah, she did. Oh, good. Scrap and Crash, good. I knew she would, but my wife, she's not your average JoJo. Not your average JoJo. So if you ever see her, that's who it is. It's just my wife and that. But she gets in the chat once in a while. But she's at work, so she can come in for a while. Whoops, sorry, I'm falling off the chair here. She can come in for a bit, and sometimes she has to get going. But Willie Parker says yes. Nerds in space, big keg. Oh my gosh! Anything with Rick Moranis. Anybody ever? This is going to show the true whoever saw this. I'm going to say the name out, and I expect maybe one or two people in the chat to have ever watched this movie. Anybody ever saw Strange Brew? I expect maybe Drew has seen it, but other than that, anybody seen Strange Brew? It involves two guys called hosers. Hoseheads, Bob and Doug McKenzie. Does anybody remember, there used to be a thing in the 80s, it was these two guys, Bob and Doug McKenzie. It was Dave Thomas and Rick Moranis. They invented these two characters up. They were supposed to be two Canadians from the Great White North, and they used to talk like this, and they used to eat and drink coffee sandwiches, and they'd find mice or mouse in their beer and stuff like that. Anyways, if you've ever seen Strange Brew, that is one of the... It is absolutely hilarious. They go work in a brewery. They find a mouse and a beer. Oh my gosh, that movie's drop. Yeah, that's where we're gonna leave it. Oh, Adventure says I have to buy. Okay, take care, Connor. Thanks again for dropping in. Oh gosh, I like the effects, Dave. I like the effects. Judy Turner says yes. Oh gosh, Big Cake says bye, Connor. Bye everybody. Take care, Connor. Not Wild Willie. Willie Parker says Gene Wilder changed his first and last name before he became famous. Did he really? I wonder what that was. I'll have to look it up, Willie. I don't really know much about him other than from his movies. I remember he was married to Gilda Radner and stuff. But gosh, when did Gene Wilder go? Did he go in the 80s or 90s? But remember he did. Did he do See No Evil, Hear No Evil with Richard Pryor, Stir Crazy? Oh my gosh, yes, Gene Wilder. Drew's food, yes, take off, hoser, eh? I knew, Drew, that you'd know that. My favorite, Drew, is when Geddy Lee does that song, Take Off to the Great White North, and he's singing that part. What's so funny about that, Drew? I think the backing band in that, I don't know if Alex, Geddy, and Neil are in that from Rush, but I know Geddy's in that just at that point for that portion of the song. Oh yes, Posh Cats Campin'. Trev, you just said it. Blazing Saddles was a classic movie, and it led to so many more good films. Oh my gosh, Trev, you are... Oh my gosh. Let's put it this way. Some of my favorite are those end of the 70s, early 80s. I mean, I love Blazing Saddles. I love those movies. Is it Young Frankenstein? Then, you know what? I didn't get into probably about 1979, 1980. I didn't get into some of that. They called it PBS stuff. It was the BBC stuff over here. But they were the PBS, the Public Broadcasting System out of the States. They started showing a lot of the BBC programs in the 70s and in the 80s and stuff. Anyways, I was introduced to Fawlty Towers, and when he's coming, I think this month in May, John Cleese is coming to London. He's going to do a show, like a comedy, 2-hour show here. And the two people I always want to see I'd love to see John Cleese, and I would love to see my favorite, I love John Cleese, but my absolute favorite to this day, if I could see Billy Connolly. Billy Connolly used to come to London here to a hall called Centennial Hall. He came every other year. But I missed Billy Connolly. I don't know what Billy was up, if Billy Connolly is still alive or if he's sick or what happened to him. But I haven't seen Billy Connolly, like, entertainment wise in years. But I always wanted to see his stand up, but I never got the chance to. Southbound, it's 87 South Louisiana. Oh my gosh, Southbound, that sounds amazing. Cuckoo Cachoo, yes, true. Oh my gosh, I love it. Yes, I heard of it from Mike. Okay. Understand. Willie says Strange Brew. I remember that. Oh yes, Willie. That was a classic. I mean, two hoseheads. Let's put it this way: some Americans, most of the Canadians, are going to get the jokes. Anybody out of North America may get it, may not. Unfortunately, it's kind of it's not regional, but it kind of stays. Willie says he passed away in the early 2000s. Did he? Oh, I didn't know that. I knew that I thought he'd passed away, Willie, but I just didn't know where. Elena, no politics here. Oh, cool. No politics at all, Elena. Never. I mean, I could talk about him, but I don't want to. Sometimes things, are bad enough when you open up the news. So yes, definitely no politics. Just talking about some goofy movies, Elena. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. But yes, no, never politics here at Elena, ever. Desmond's Daughters. I thought it was just a couple of years ago, Willie. Yeah, well, it's hard to believe, Dave, that 2000s. In some ways, the 2000s seem like a couple of years ago. It's hard to believe what next year you're looking at. That's like 20 years ago, if you can believe. Because I can't even believe 1999 is 20 years ago. That seems like just yesterday. The 90s to me seem like yesterday. And I was talking to somebody. They said something in 94. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember working there in 1994. I'm like, gosh, that was 25 years ago. And like literally, I went back in my head 25 years like that. Like it was nothing. Big Cake says, nice, southbound's raining here. It's about 65. Desmond's on faulty. Let's see here. Oh, Dave. Desmond's Daughters, Faulty Towers is hilarious. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, yes. I didn't know there was just... where'd you say there was only 12 episodes of Faulty Towers? Was there, Cake? Now, like I said, over here, the only way you would have ever got to watch Faulty Towers here, like in Canada, was we'd watch it on the PBS, the Public Broadcasting System. It just meant that there's no commercials. So they used to do like telethons and stuff like that to try to raise money, and that's how they. I don't think the government paid them. I don't know how they made their money, but PBS was a channel, and you got a lot of BBC programming and stuff like that. But oh yes, I absolutely love Faulty Towers. Still, to be honest, I don't really know. I know like Life of Brian and The Meaning of Life for Monty Python. Beyond that, I know nothing about. When I think of Terry Gilliam and all these fellas, anybody like Terry Gilliam? I love Terry Gilliam. He did a movie called Brazil. De Niro's in it. Anyways, if you like, I don't know. Did anybody like Terry Gilliam? What's that kind of famous one that he did? It had like 15, 20 years ago. He did one with Brad Pitt and Bruce Willis. 12 Monkeys. I think they're in like what's it called? Home. Like something's happened to Brad Pitt and to Bruce Willis. They're in an asylum or something like that. But 12 Monkeys, I think probably not his most famous, but his most commercial probably. But Brazil, if you ever saw Brazil, that's right out there. But I really, really, really like Terry Gilliam. I think he's a little out there, but pretty interesting. Desmond Daughters, I love Billy Connolly is brilliant. Yes, he is, Dave. Now, you know what? I love to bring up Billy Connolly's name, Dave. When you remember when Perchers, Martin and Marie, when they were going live, Martin on Thursdays would get on, and we'd get everybody. Keg would be on. I'd be on. Chris Price would be on. Karen Summers. Some of us would get it and be like, over here it was Thursday evening for you over there in the UK, and probably early morning, I would imagine, or daytime for Australians. But here it was like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'd get to watch them for about half an hour before I went to pick Joe up, and I oh my gosh, I love talking to Martin because he'd sit there and that's where I got introduced to Peaky Blinders. Marie says, Martin loves this show, you got to watch this. But anyways, he'd talk about Billy Connolly, and Keg would talk about such and such, and I just loved it. Elena says, what's on the background today? Elena, just a golf course, nothing special, just a video that I put up, not myself, but a video that we used on here about a month ago or so, about 3-4 weeks ago, somewhere in that time frame. So I haven't been like uploading new videos to OBS, so I'm just using one that we'd used previously and stuff. That's all it is. And I mean, I have a ton of them loaded in right now, so I'll probably just use some of them for the time being until I'd like to get some of my own footage, but some of those are bigger files, so I'm going to have to just get smaller ones and play them back, or even just like images and stuff like that. Desmond's Daughters, Dave says, Billy Connolly is alive, although not very well. I think maybe you were telling me this. You were Keg, Dave. Billy Connolly is alive, although not very well. Never trust a man who lives left alone in a room with a tea cozy. Doesn't try it on. Sorry. Oh, Elena says, just been to a Russian chat. My gosh. Oh, jeez. Elena, you know me by now, Elena. This is just how the chat runs on here, but, oh gosh. Everybody saying hi to you, Elena. Big Keg's laughing at the Dave here. Classic episode. Yes, Keg. I loved all the Python stuff. Lindsay does not. Now, you know what? I'd have to sit. Like I said, they didn't play it enough over here, so I know a little bit of, you know, a little bit, but I don't know enough. And, you know, Clace used to do, I remember when I was in college years ago, we watched this commercial, and it was something to do with business program that I was taking. And the show's, it starts off, they're playing this video, and John Cleese comes on. I thought, what the heck is John Cleese doing on? And he never went out of character. He did the whole thing like it was like a business a montage and stuff like that. He did a great job, but I couldn't believe it. I thought at some point in the middle, near the ending, he was kind of... I thought it was a character, but he didn't come out of character in any way. He did a good job, but... did a good job. I was going to say something about that, but... let's see here. Willie, yes, Willie, don't forget about that, Ethan. No, I won't. I have about 8 minutes. It's 3:16 by 3:25, Willie. I have to be off here one way or the other. But I do have to 3:25, and that gives me about 7 or 8 minutes, Willie. But I am not forgetting it all. Big Cake says Python rules. I wish I knew, like I said, more, but I don't. You know where, you know, a lot of us probably over here came into John Cleese, other than like stuff from Fawlty Towers and stuff like that. I loved in the late 80s, they did a movie called A Fish Called Wanda. I imagine you know Fish Called Wanda. I imagine a lot of people, but I love Fish Called Wanda. And oh gosh, what is the Ken? What is Ken's name? Michael Palin. Michael Palin. Sorry about that, everybody. I love Michael Palin. I'm not going to do that because I'll get in trouble and that'd be making fun of something. But Ken's character in Fish Called Wanda. Oh my gosh. Anyways, like I said, great movie. And I love Fish Called Wanda. I absolutely love that movie. There's so many things. They ended up doing a movie years later. It wasn't a spin-off or a takeoff. It wasn't part 2. But they all got back together again. Palin. Was it Palin, Cleese, and Jamie Lee Curtis, and what's the other guy's name with the mustache? Kevin Kline. Yeah, Kevin Kline. And I think it was called Fierce Creatures. It was not in any way... I think I've seen it twice. At the time, I'm like, oh yeah, great movie. But it doesn't compare to the others. But, you know, it was still good to see them all. It really was. Yes, and now for something completely different. Oh my gosh, Trev. Monty Python's Flying Circus. You know what? There's a band from the 1980s. They remixed one of the songs, and the intro to the song is, and now for something completely different. And then it cuts, and it comes in like a 12-inch mix. I love that part, Trev. I absolutely love that part. You know who it is? It's not even a British band. It was an Australian band, In Excess. Their 12-inch single for New Sensation. And it says, now for something completely different. And boom, it cuts, and it goes right into the mix. And it chops it at certain points. It sounds fantastic. It's about the only mix that I could do. Huge Python fan, Trevor. Oh gosh, Keg. Desmond's daughter says, yes, but I never cut them. As Lindsay gets in from work as they started. Dave, I'm sorry to hear that. Let's see here. Six Hand Spice, how you doing? I'm seeing people, and I don't want to miss anybody because I've only got a couple minutes here before I have to get off, so I'm going to have to get through this chat so I don't miss anybody. It doesn't look like Canada, no, Elena. I don't think this probably is. It looks more like, Florida or California or something. I would imagine that's where it is, but I honestly don't know. I don't know. Okay. Oh, gosh. Dave, Desmond's daughter says, laugh out loud. I have to watch Python when Lindsay's out. Oh my gosh, Dave, there's so many things I have to watch when Joe's out. But, you know what, Joe's pretty decent. Usually, if I want to watch something, she'll sit on we have a couch and a love seat right next to each other, kind of like this. And Joe will sit on the love seat, and it's like a mini couch, that's all. She'll sit there, and she's like, put on whatever. She doesn't care. She'll go on her iPad or her phone or whatever, and she doesn't care. She's decent that way, but There's certain things she doesn't want to watch, especially if I'm watching music. She says, do that on a Friday, Saturday night after I go to bed. So I'll watch, concert here, concert there. It's all once the kids are in bed, because nobody in the house wants to watch that. They say, Dad wants, it's Dad stuff. Watch it when we're not up. Who I made it? Yes, you did, Six Hand Spice. It's good to see you. And Six Hand Spice, I'm pleased that you got that GoPro. You'll love it. It really is. Let's put it this way: for the price, you can't get any better. If you had to buy one of these DSLRs or DLS, what are they? DSLRs or DSLR? I don't know what they're called. But if you had to buy one of those cameras and stuff like a Canon or Nikon or whatever the cameras are, you'd have to probably spend like $1,500, $2,500 for like a nice camera that does this. But you know what? I think they're about 300 something in the States, about 500 something here in Canada. But for that price, you've given the option for the time lapse, the time warp, a lot of like the stabilization. So it's decent that way. But the other cameras, the big cameras, would do such and such. But then you'd have to have settings and set them all this. And I'm no expert when it comes to that. So it's nice. It's almost like you take it out and it's like plug and play. You just turn it on, you push a couple buttons, you watch a couple videos to get a setup, and off you go. So it's nice in that sense. It really is. It's really user friendly, I guess. Twisted R Racing, hi, how are you? It's nice to have you here. So long weekend. Good, Raphael. I'm glad to hear, my friend. Eric Idle's funny. Oh my gosh, Eric Idle is funny. Yes. What was that Eric Idle movie? He made a movie. Yes, Eric Idle. I totally forgot about him, Trev. I totally forgot about him. Eric Idle he did something with, I know nobody's going to be interested in this, with Bruce Dickinson of Iron Maiden. Everybody's like, who? Anyways, yeah, Eric Idle did something with Bruce Dickinson. I can't remember what it was. But Willie says, okay, Jeff, have a great day, and everybody have a good one. You too, Willie. Thanks again for coming. Six Hand Spice says, yes, I know you were going to ask me. Six Hand Spice, what editing program did you use on Tour of Your Own Town video? Six Hand Spice, real simple. Wondershare's Filmora. They have free ones out there. The only problem with the free ones, I think they have an imprint like a watermark, and they go through the whole video. So I don't know because I haven't used it, but we bought the lifetime subscription. I think it was like $40. I think it was like $80, and then when you close it out to say no, you don't want it, they give you a special price of $39.99, $40. So I think with all the taxes, it came to $60 for us, and it's pretty decent. I mean, there's the odd feature like special effects, just like anything. Like if you have DaVinci and all these other ones, if you want to do extra features, you gotta pay for. You know what? If you want special effects, you want special whatever added, you might have to pay for the extras and stuff like that. But the basic, like the editing program that you can do the transitions and all that kind of stuff, Filmora is pretty user friendly. Joe used one called not Hollywood. It was I forget, some kind of editing program. And the program that she used at the beginning, she had to do everything, anything you transition. There's no presets for anything. You had to do everything yourself. She said it was so complicated. She says it took me forever to do just small things. But with Filmora, you just open up and there's a million different transitions. So if you want to go from video to video, you can do this. Anything's there pretty much. They're all, and it's pretty, and I mean, all these editing programs are pretty much, if you know how to use one, you know how to use them all. But some of them, like DaVinci and this other one that I can't remember, we used it forever at the beginning. They're really complicated, and then there's Final Cut Pro, and there's ones that have a lot more detail, and those ones I think you have to spend like a monthly fee on or a yearly fee, so that can get pricier. But the nice thing about this is you just pay one flat fee and it's done with. And then if you want extra this you probably pay for it if you wanted. But if you just want your editing and stuff, it does pretty much everything for you, which is kind of nice. Hope that helped. But Filmora, that's what it's called, Filmora, and it's through Wondershare, but it's called Filmora. I'll just type it in here quick. There it is. I just typed it in, but I don't have the link, but I'm sure you can find Filmora out there. I'm going to have to run through this just on Podcast Campson. Yes, Dave, I listen to BBC Radio 4 Plus in the car. What format do you use in export? MP4? Yes. Six Hand Spice MP4. And I don't use... Your computer might be able to handle 4K or 2K. ours isn't up to date enough to use 2K or 4K, so I had to use 1080p. If you have a brand new computer that the editing and whatever, you could use 4K and it'd be amazing. And you see everything. That's just 1080p, and that, to me, that's good. But you can always change it to different settings. But the 4K is amazing, and like I can watch it through the GoPro in 4K, and it's absolutely amazing. The minute I do the transfer over to the computer, it's a little older. It can't handle it, so that's why I transferred to 1080p. But MP4 definitely. Desmond's DAB is awful up here, Jeff. Nomadic Bike says DaVinci is free. Is it, Bill? I didn't know. Like I said, the other one that we used was free too. It was the one that Joe was using. It's just like DaVinci. It was free too, but that's what she used at the very beginning. And for the first few months, Joe did all the editing, and she used the other one. But it's just like Bill's saying, DaVinci, and it's free. And there's a lot of them out there. You don't have to use what I said. Six Hand Spice. It's just what we use. That's all. Just like everybody, Nomadic Bike saying DaVinci. There's Final Cut. There's a lot of good ones. It's just what we use is Filmora. That's all. Yes, Keg. Thanks. It's time. Hooroo, folks. Thanks, Keg. I appreciate. I'm using Lightworks though. Free. You can export the project only in 720p. There you go. Raphael was saying another program too. Thanks. Oh, no worries. Six Hand Spice. Time. Yes, Dave, thanks. Time, Jeff, Scrap and Crash, everybody. True Dorm Reviews. Hey, 4. Yes, everybody, it is time. It's 3:26. I have to usually get out at 3:25. I have to run now. I'm sorry. I won't be on the rest of the week. I promise now. I won't come back on tomorrow. I'll be back on Tuesday. Everybody have a good night. Great rest of the week. Have a good weekend, everybody. We'll see you. I'll see you maybe in some of the chats in the next day or so in the morning of that. But I will see you Tuesday. Have a good weekend, everybody. Take care. Thanks again for coming. I really appreciate it.